Pakistan cricket at its best. 1 minute down, next minute up.
Thanks very much, everybody, for joining me once again. Sad Sadek here for Pak Passion, bringing you another exclusive interview. My guest today is a prominent Pakistani journalist, somebody who I've seen cover cricket all around the world, and not just cricket, but other sports as well. He's one of the most senior journalists in Pakistan. He's worked for organizations such as AFP, ARY, and many others. And as I say, I've seen him in press boxes all around the world, particularly in the UK. And he's always very positive about Pakistan cricket whenever I see him. And, he's one of the guys who always tries to back the Pakistan cricket team whenever or if they are struggling as well. The one and only Shahid Hashmi. Shahid Saab, assalamu alaikum, and many thanks for joining me today.
Welcome, Saj. It's my honor.
Shahid Saab, let's start with the PSL, which is obviously ongoing at the moment. वो जज्बा, वो enjoyment, वो passion, वो interest नहीं लग रहा this time. Am I being too harsh, sir?
No, it's you are very, I think, kind and very mild, very soft, because this year's PSL started, or what do you call, in the lead up to a very gloomy Pakistani cricket team's performance. They lost 4-1 in New Zealand. Before that, they failed to qualify for the next round of the Champions Trophy. They crashed out. And in June last year, they again crashed out in the first round. So the last 2 years have been very, very difficult and very, very sad for Pakistan cricket. But this was coming since 2022, when we last played in the final of the 2022 World Cup. There was no backup. There was inconsistency in selection. There was a lack of talent in Pakistan. Then we had a musical chair. The most prominent reason for Pakistan cricket's dipping downwards is constant and regular changes in the PCB chair, with 5-6 chairmen coming in the last 3-4 years, and all of them, but in fact most of them were not on merit, all government or political appointees. So cricket was going downhill, and in the backdrop of what happened in New Zealand, people lost interest. A generation of kids and now don't want to go to cricket grounds. They don't want to watch Pakistan cricket team. I have 4 sons. None of them wanted to go to PSL. Just last year, they were all asking for passes, free tickets, or buy tickets for our friends. Now this year, none of them had gone to any PSL match. We had only 5 matches in Karachi. So that gloom, that lack of performance of Pakistan cricket team was one of the main reasons. Then Pakistan Cricket Board thought that holding this PSL in the window of IPL will allow them to have some players who were not taken by IPL, and they have a good window when no international cricket is played. So it was a good suggestion, good consideration. But the heat plus the factor of Pakistan team's poor performance has led to all this PSL not being very widely followed by the fans, and people not coming to the ground to watch it. We had a very, very poor attendance yesterday in the first match because of the heat and because of lack of facilities for the fans. So there are myriad of reasons why this PSL is not up to the mark.
Right, Sab, when one of the team owners, the franchise owners, is criticizing the PSL, then that should ring alarm bells. Obviously, we know that Ali Tareen made some comments which he sort of backtracked on some, but he made some valid points, didn't he? And, points that are, quite alarming and speak some truth, really.
Perfect. Very wise words, but at the wrong platform, because PSL management said that he doesn't come attend the meeting. He never attend the meetings or misses the meetings. That's what we got a statement from Pakistan Cricket Board, and CEO of the PSL, Mr. Salman Nasir, going on a television channel saying that Ali Tareen usually doesn't attend most of the meeting. He was very wise in saying that there was no hype created by Pakistan. There were no innovations. When the anchor asked him that this time the PSL will be very sensational in a new style, and she tried to make a hype of it. Rather than PCB doing that, she was trying to lift the PSL, but Ali was very forthright in his comment, but at the wrong platform. He should have said that in the beating PSL meetings, in which all the five other franchises, their representatives are there. He was right that there were no innovations made. He made a point that Big Bash had two, three innovations. IPL has a lot of innovations like impact play. One Big Bash innovation was Bash bonus. Teams which have more score in after 10 overs will get 1 point. That was a very, very good innovation by Big Bash. Pakistan Super League also needed some innovations like that. Like Pakistan team is going down in its strike rate. They are playing too many dot balls. They are playing poorly. Their strike rate is poor. They are not hitting fours and sixes like other teams do. Pakistan has scored just 12 200 plus score in T20I internationals. And if you compare it to with India, they have 42, 43, 200 plus total. So the other teams are playing at different level, and Pakistan team is playing at a different level. So there should have been something like if a team has a better strike rate, they should get 0.25 points in that match. If a team has scored more runs in a power play, they should get 0.25 more than the other team. If one team has scored more boundaries and more sixes, they should get 0.25. But there are no innovations in this PSL. So he was very right in saying that there are no innovations, but he said that at the wrong platform, and a lot of hue and cry was made on that statement.
Shahid Saab, regarding Multan Sultans and Ali Tareen, we know how well they've done since joining the PSL. I mean, we know that they're winners and finalists in the last few tournaments, but this time they've completely collapsed in PSL 10. What do you put that down to?
I think when there was draft held and we found that these are the six squads for PSL 2025, we thought that Multan Sultan has a very balanced squad. They had a left arm fast bowler, they had two, three right arm fast bowlers, they had right arm off break in Michael Bracewell, they had one right arm leg break in Osama Mir, the highest wicket taker in the last edition. They had one good wrist spinner, left arm wrist spinner in Faisal Akram, and they had complete all the bases covered by Multan Sultan. But as a wise saying goes, that no matter how strong your squad is, you bring all the world-class players in your team, assemble all the world-class players in your team. But in white ball cricket, if you do not play well on the match day, then you are gone. You don't have a right combination, then you are gone. They have had Tayyab Tahir, who plays regularly white ball cricket for Pakistan. He just played just one game, and in that game, he didn't get to bat. So only one game for a rising star, and then they failed to find combinations. In one of the games, they sat down. Chris Jordan and David Lee both were on the bench, and they had a very inexperienced squad in Joshua Little, Akif Javed, Mohammad Hasnan, and Ubaid Shah. How can you sit both Chris Jordan and David Lee on the bench and use only three overseas players? So they failed to got the right combination, right 11 for 6 or 7 matches. They won just one match. They scored 238 runs. Yesterday, Rizwan put it down to that first game against Karachi Kings when they set a target of 235 and they lost because brilliant batting by James Vince and Khushdil Shah. And he said that we lost confidence. If you lose confidence on one match, then there are serious problems in your management and your captaincy.
Shahid Saab, let's talk about the coaching situation in Pakistan cricket. You touched upon it at the start of the this chat about the sort of comings and goings in Pakistan cricket, and Mike Hesson is being linked as the new head coach. I mean, can you share some information with our viewers regarding whether that's actually going to happen? I messaged Mike Hesson, and he said to me that he's not willing to talk about it at this moment in time, maybe after the PSL. So it's a very, let's just say, politically correct answer from Mike.
Mike Hesson, I think, is a very unassuming person. He's got a very good record while he was coaching New Zealand team 2012 to 2018. 21 test wins, 21 test losses, but his record in the white ball cricket was very good. It was a time when New Zealand cricket was going through a transition phase. Ross Taylor was removed as captain, and Brendan McCullum had been given the reins of New Zealand cricket team, and he coached New Zealand team brilliantly. They became one of the best sides, one of the best test sides, and then they qualified for the 2019 World Cup. They played the final of the 2015 World Cup, most of them under Mike Hesson. So he was a good coach. And considering his experience at the RCB and then New Zealand, uh, Pakistan have always found him a very good coach. They tried to lure him or rope him 2 3 years ago, but he said that he had family commitments. He doesn't want to commit himself for the whole year. He just want to do 1 or 2 leagues, 2 3 months, and then enjoy his holidays. Now we are told that he's inclined to take Pakistan cricket team, but there are so many problems. Like we recently had Jason Gillespie, Gary Kirsten, both were qualified coaches, both were brilliant coaches, and the way they exited was really very sad on the part of Pakistan cricket, because all these foreign coaches like Jeff Lawson, like Dave Watmore, like uh, all of them, Gillespie, Kirsten, they exited on a very bitter note. So most of the foreign coaches, like they approached Simon Katich, they approached Luke Ronke, they approached Mike Hesson previously as well, but no one was willing to come and join. But now we are told that Mike Hesson is interested. It's a good news for Pakistan cricket because they want a wise, level-headed coach like Mickey Arthur to progress or to overcome the rough patch they are having recently.
As you say, rough patch, and you mentioned a few topics on why Pakistan cricket is struggling so badly. I mean, you and I could sit here for hours discussing the problems in Pakistan cricket, but what do you put it down to? In a nutshell, is it the players? Is it the coaches? Is it the PCB? Is it domestic cricket? I mean, all formats we're struggling. It's not like, red ball were doing well and white ball were struggling. It's all formats now where we seem to be going downhill. Why is that?
Well, as I said in the beginning of this chat, that there are multiple problems. The problem comes from top, like we have frequent changes in the chairmanship of Pakistan Cricket Board. Then we have a very poor domestic cricket, which if you compare to other domestic cricket structures in the world, lags behind very like in a big manner. The gulf between domestic cricket and international cricket is huge. We do not have the second string international cricket, like what we call A series. In the last 10 years, Pakistan cricket has down this way trajectory, and Indian cricket has gone up like this way. And the main reason was they had proper player development program, proper domestic structure. Pakistan, while they do not have a proper domestic structure, then they do not have a development program under which they can groom their players who are top performers in the first class cricket. When they come to international cricket, they struggle. And this is not a recent thing. This has been going on for the last 10, 15 years. If you remember, Inzamam Ulaq always used to say that international cricket stage where you come and learn. International cricket is where you thrive, where you prove your talent, prove your potential, and turn your potential into performance. But this is not happening in Pakistan. Like all the first class players who come are rather prematurely. When they come to play international cricket, they struggle. Like we recently have a lot of players who were brilliant performers in first class cricket, but when they come to international level, they struggle just simply because we do not have a proper program to develop these players. All the A cricket team tours are to Zimbabwe, Kenya, Sri Lanka, and rather learning uh, from these tours, they go and tell and teach Zimbabwean players how to play. They tell Sri Lankan and Kenyan players. So our A-level cricket should be properly organized, because you groom your first-class performance at A level, and we do not have frequent A level tours. In the last 2 years, we have had a few tours to Australia, which has given enormous experience to all these players. And if you remember, 2 years ago, we went to Australia. We performed well in the Test series. Had there been not a few fielding lapses, we would have been winners by 2-1. Shan Masood led the side very well. But because of this domestic cricket, the lacking all the faults, all the I think lack of standard at first class level have cost us dearly.
Shahid, finally, you and I have grown up watching India versus Pakistan matches on a regular basis. And then in recent times, we've had the crumbs of occasional India-Pakistan matches in ICC tournaments. But going forward, it looks like India-Pakistan cricket is going to be completely off the radar, which is, I think, sad for cricket lovers around the world, isn't it?
It would be very sad if India and Pakistan do not play each other in multinational tournaments. Like we have recently heard that most of them are rumors that India will go to ICC and say that don't put Pakistan in our group. Mainly, ICC earn a lot of money when India and Pakistan play. They are in the same group. At one point of time, David Richardson, when he was the ICC CEO, he said once before a tournament that we usually fix the draw so that we do have at least 2 games a lot of money. But in the recent times, Pakistan team's performance is so poor that this rivalry is losing its sheen. So it's imperative for Pakistan cricket to lift itself, be competitive when they play against India, like we lost to India in the T20 World Cup in 2022, in 2024, we lost against them in 2023 ODI World Cup, in the Champions Trophy. So if this goes on, then ICC will also say that this rivalry is not as competitive, it's not compelling, and it's not attracting fans. So it's now imperative for Pakistan cricket team to be more aggressive, more competitive against India, and it would be sad that this rivalry ends or loses its sheen.
Shahid Saab, I really appreciate your time. Always fantastic views and forthright and honest views from yourself. And I'm sure we'll catch up again in future when hopefully Pakistan cricket is in a better shape.
Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you, Saj.
Thank,
My honor.
thank you very much.